going to be talking to you about somatic practices or body-based techniques. So today I'm going to explain to you a wee bit about what these are, why they work and what they can help with, and over the next month or so I'm going to be sharing some practices with you that hopefully you can try at home on your own or invite other people. Yes, the more the merrier, of course. It's really good for us when we do this stuff with other people. We can kind of co-regulate, so it's better in group. And hopefully you can try and reap the benefits of some of the practices I'm going to share with you. But I think, as always, as I've done with all my previous stuff, it's really important that you have maybe some sort of an understanding or a backing, so you kind of know how this stuff works and what the whole point of it is. So somatic practices or body-based techniques, what are they? Well, soma from somatic, it means body in ancient Greek. So we're really already looking there at how we can use our body. And what we're really looking at is how we can use our body to enhance our well-being. Now, we will all be really aware of the sort of mind-based practices to support our well-being. So we think about CBT, psychotherapy, all these modalities and interventions which are absolutely essential. They really use our mind to shift and change our body. So we're making these cognitive changes, these cognitive kind of decisions to shift our feelings, to shift our thoughts, to shift our emotions, to maybe make sure we have some more positive coping strategies. And again, all really, really essential stuff. So we can call that top-down processing, using our brain to shift and change our body. What somatic practices are is bottom-up processing. So we're using our body to shift and change our mind, our emotion, and how we're feeling in that moment. And we all have heard, or I've talked to you about anyway, definitely before, the vagus nerve, the second biggest nerve in the body, the one that's really responsible for our relaxation response and things like that. 20% of the fibers go from brain to body, 80% go from body to brain. So your body really talks to your brain. And we can use hardwired mechanisms, these things that are already there in us. We can use them to our advantage. By doing some of these techniques, we can really help our body speak to our mind and tell us, to support us to regulate our nervous system, to process emotions. The techniques we're going to be using here actually they bypass your rational thought, they bypass the prefrontal cortex, the human brain as such, and they work really with that ancient primal brain to support nervous system regulation. Now, nervous system regulation is so important in our society, and in humans, and many of us have, most of us, if not, have dysregulated nervous systems. The world we live in dysregulates our nervous system, because we're mammals, and of course the world has shifted and changed way faster than our little brains have. So we find a lot of this stuff really, really stressful. A dysregulated nervous system can lead to all sorts of mental health issues, can lead to a lot of physical health issues as well. Your nervous system obviously controls every single system in your body. So it can lead to digestive issues, it can lead to heart cardiovascular issues. Dysregulated nervous system can lead to skin issues, all sorts of stuff. So these practices can really help regulate our nervous system, which can help with pretty much everything. We feel a dysregulated nervous system in our physical body. So you might feel a sore tummy, or your heart racing, blood pressure, whatever it happens to be, shakes, tingles. So it kind of makes sense. One of the ways that we can regulate a nervous system is through the physical body. So that these kind of somatic practices can really, really support that. Another thing they can really support us to do is actually feeling our feelings, all right? This might sound really silly, but a feeling lasts about 90 seconds apparently. And anything after that is your mind kind of fueling that thought, giving it more kind of fuel to kind of burn with, or whatever, depending on what that emotion or that feeling is. There is suggestions that we don't fully feel our emotions or feel our feelings. Sometimes they're painful, sometimes they're hard. We distract ourselves, we get stuck in a story in our brain, rather than actually just feeling how an emotion feels, feeling the sensations associated with it. And when we can fully do this, which can take a bit of practice because many of us are really disconnected from subtle sensations in our bodies, when we can do this, we can fully integrate that emotion. We can let it come up and let it pass out the way they're sort of meant to. So somatic practice can really enhance this in us and enable us to do this, not just in terms of processing past emotions, but whenever stuff comes up in the future, we can feel it in the moment, let it come and let it go. What other stuff this can really help with, or what we'll bring into this, is some sensory integration. So using our body's senses to help regulate the nervous system, to help calm us, to help maybe make us more alert if that's what we're needing in the moment. So using sensory integration techniques to help support this. So what I'm also going to really support and help you do is, how do you embed these practices in your everyday life? So you can come into regulation, you can come into connection with yourself when you need to. I can't take all the stress out of your life. I really wish I could. But what I can do, and what I'm going to try and help you do over the next month or so, is use the greatest gift and the greatest tool you have, which is your body, to help you manage that stress and to help you come back in and out of a feeling of safety for your nervous system, so it's more able to do that when it can. And that's really a lot about what this is, allowing your nervous system and your body to feel safe. Many of us are hypervigilant, based on past experiences, based on the world we live in, and our nervous system needs to feel like we are safe, so we can connect with other people more deeply, so we can sleep, so we can digest, and so our bodies can heal. So I really hope that's what I can do over the next month or so with you with these somatic practices. I personally find them really powerful. I support people with these sort of practices a lot, so I'm really looking forward to sharing them with you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.